All right, boys. I don't know if this is going to be possible. I want my efforts today to go towards finding more gems in Ultimate Team. So the idea was for the next little bit, instead of just doing like the main league hybrids and whatnot, the chemistry system works through finding a really cool Brazilian-Argentinian hybrid full of gems. That's kind of what I wanted to try and do here. Now, I'm hoping the Twitch chat can help us out, but I think we should be able to piece this together pretty well. I don't know if the FUTBIN setup is going to work, but I feel like Brazilian and Argentinian players are looking pretty OP right now. Also, I was thinking of doing a Dutch-Belgian gems hybrid of sorts. If we get Argentinians from lower leagues and Brazilians from lower leagues, pull some from some of the main leagues, can we even get to 33 chem? That is what I want to find out with this starter squad, especially because I think a lot of people are going to be undervaluing the overall cost of players. So I think finding some of these well put together guys, everybody that's watching this, everybody that watches my Road to Glory, you know, everybody that runs a Poor Man Road to Glory, do you want to do a hardcore FIFA players starter squad, 100 to 200K, right? Everybody's going to have that near the start of the game if they grind the game the way I do. Or do we want to do like a noobs 10 to 20K starter squad? Maybe a squad that you would have while you're building up your coins. A team that you want to have day one that you can take into squad battles. You can just have to play your division rivals games. It's not going to be an earth-changing game squad, if you will, but it's a team that you can use through all of the first week or two's gameplay needs that you have while you build up your coins for your first FUT Champs team. So I like the idea of the 100 to 200K teams because to me, they're still starter squads, and it gives us a really good look at some of the semi-decent players. So what I might do here is let's do the Poor Man Road to Glory starter squad, the 100 to 200K starter squad, if you will, with Argentinians and Brazilians. And then at the very end, we'll just have a look at the really cheap guys and see if we can piece together a 10, 15K squad at the very end. So we'll do like a 10K, 10 to 200K versus a 10 to 15K squad and see what it looks like. Is it going to be easy to just go Brazil, to hover between Brazil and Argentina? So what do we got? Not a lot of options for Brazil. I can't imagine. I mean, for your 10K squad, you're probably going to go the Mateus. The thing is, I believe Argentina is a bit better off, right? So I think for your 10 to 15K squad, you just go with either a Benitez or even a Musso. I don't think any of those guys are going to be expensive. I think for the 100 to 200K starter team, we go with a Martinez. Now, he's in the Prem, so this is going to be interesting to see how things go here, but that's who I think we would go with. So this is who I would go with for the 10 to 15K squad. This is who I would go with for the 100 to 200K squad. I'm a little bit boring, but we're going to stick to the 4-2-3-1 style of build, as we always do. It's just what I know and what I enjoy. Renan Lodi, I would probably throw in there. He's going to be more than your... He wouldn't get into the day one dirt cheap team, right? Maybe you go with an Iago for your 10 to 15K squad. I would argue a Renan Lodi for your 100 to 200K squad would be a good shout. What does Argentina look like? Tagliafico looks juicy, though. I don't think he'd be that expensive. I think he's nowhere near the 100 to 200K price tag, but I actually like the idea of Tagliafico. So, as always, for the 10 to 15K squad, that Molina I don't think will be that much money. If he is, you can always go with the Foyth. Not great options either way, hoping Brazil have a little bit better options. Do we have any right mids, left mids that we could use? Center backs that we could maybe use? 75 defending, 81 physical. He looks decent. I mean, we haven't scratched the surface of hidden gems just yet. These, I think, are all... We've got no Brazilians yet, boys. Yeah, for a 4-2-3-1... Brazil-Argentina starter squad might not be ideal. Maybe a 3-5-2 would be a better option. We'll find out right now, really. So let's go look at Brazil center backs. We should have a good amount of options here. Okay, so let's just X out a few players. We know, I mean, obviously Lucio and Capita and Marquinhos and Eder Militao are going to be way overpriced. Fair? I think a Diego Carlos is easily going to get into your 100 to 200K squad. I think a Bremer easily going to get into your 100 to 200K squad. Now, for your 10 to 15K squads, though, you actually have a couple of okay options. Ibanez, I don't think he's going to be fitting into those day one dirt cheap teams. Balanced, not super pacey, but they got balanced stats. Probably Tuta more so, because his dribbling and passing are actually viable. I mean, Lucas Verissimo, might not be that expensive either, you know. I know I'm just looking at pace here, but Lucas Verissimo might be viable. I think I'm going to go Diego Carlos. And I just want to have a little gander at the Argentinians and see what we're working with here. I would Romero looks kind of juicy too, actually. Man, the Argentinians just defensively look so strong, hey? So I would either go with Diego Carlos and Bremer or like a Romero Martinez, but then it's just going to be an entire Argentinian backline. Argentina look kind of nice. I think Martinez, it's hard to not go with Martinez. For example, would it be better for this 100 to 200k squad setup that we got, this little hybrid, would it be better to do, and then maybe you drop Tagliafico and you bring back someone that we've already used for a squad builder, but you bring in like a Renan Lodi? It's a 100k squad, right? I mean, what are we looking price-wise here? Diego Carlos, these are Prem prices you're going to have to pay, don't forget. So this, I mean, this isn't your hidden gem setup, of course. This is more of just a standard 100 to 200k. I feel like this would be a good backline. I really do. Get a backbone for Montiel or an anchor for Montiel. I'd get an anchor for Renan Lodi. I'd probably go with an anchor Martinez and an anchor for Diego Carlos. And we're probably looking at about, I don't think Montiel is much, 2 to 3k max for him. What would you guys say for the center backs? Diego Carlos probably 6, 7k. Martinez probably 3, 4k. This is like a 10 or 15k backline right now. Yeah, I think 10 or 15k through this backline is perfectly fine. I really do. Would someone like Fernando be viable for a 100 to 200k squad as a holding DM? Would someone like Fabinho, even though he's 87 rated, have any value at all? I wonder how much a Fabinho would be. 66 pace, you know how the FIFA community is, right? What are you looking at for Argentina? Well, I know who my box-to-box mid's going to be. I'm sure you guys do too. I know who my creative cam's going to be as well. Dear God, Argentina's nuts. You got elite with Fabinho last year? I did. That's a throwback. I think that's viable. Oh, okay. So we'd probably have to do like a 4-4-2-2 or something to get him on chem. Could get a different different CB and use Martinez as a DM. Eder Militao is going to be so much money. Dude, he looks like one of the best center backs in the entire game. My God. Is he left-footed? Is he right-footed? What are we looking at here? 2-star is pretty bad, man. I'm not supremely hyped about that. But anyways, we got a holding DM. So, unoriginally, if we're talking about a box-to-box, you could go with a Fred. But, dude, I'm sure you guys would have seen him. Look at this guy as a box-to-box mid. Rodrigo de Paul. Do we think he's really going to have much of an expensive value? Probably not, right? We already included him in one of our starter teams a couple of days ago, but this Fernandez guy is nuts. For your day one starter squad, I repeat, maybe I've screwed this up now and this guy's going to be 3 to 5k or 6k start because we've talked about him so much, but look at how good he looks as a box-to-box mid. I don't think he'll be more than 1,000 coins. High work rates, amazingly balanced stats. So as your box-to-box mid for your super cheap day one team, right, that you're using in squad battles and rivals, he's got to be your box-to-box mid. You could go with Ever as a DM. Medium's a little bit crap. Maybe go Rodriguez. I know 51 pace doesn't look great. So if you don't like the 51 pace, you could go with Paredes. I don't think Paredes is going to be worth a damn thing. Again, medium work rate's not the best. I mean, Dominguez, I don't think we know what his work rates are, but as a day one guy for your super cheap team as a DM, should be viable. Pretty well-rounded defensive stats. So you got just so many options. So many options for the 10 to 12k team, right? Or, sorry, 10 to 15k team. For the 100 to 200k team, I think it'd be silly to go with anybody other than this Rodrigo de Paul, bro. This Rodrigo de Paul, can I get him at D? Oh. Okay, that's okay. We'll figure out the formation to get him in there. Holding DM, box-to-box mid, I think that's as good as it gets. I really do. For that starter squad for the Poor Man Road to Glory grinders. Now, if we're talking about wide players, this should be where things get fun. Let's have a look at the wide players. What are we looking at here? Oh, I miss you, Rafi! He's gonna be so much money! I was hoping we could... do you think we could get Rafi? Is it possible, guys? No way? For 100 to 200k squad builder? Let's say 100, 150k squad builder? Oh, he's gonna have a one to watch. That's true. Do EA watch football? This might be one of the top 5 guys in world football right now that deserves 5-star skills. Did they miss the nutmegs and the shredding of defenders in the last 2-3 years of the Premier League for Leeds? But yet, I haven't seen Marcus Rashford start any games or do a skill in God knows how long, and I'm pretty sure he has 5-star skills again this year. Rashford still does. That's hilarious. All right. It is what it is. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to afford Rafi, boys. I don't think we'll be able to afford Rafi. What are we saying? I mean, this guy is such a baller, IRL, and he's doing so well. We saying it's viable that we can get him in the team? Or do you think he's going to be super overpriced because he's Real Madrid, 81 rated, and he's got pretty great stats? Like, this guy shouldn't be... He'll be under 50K? Rodrigo? I was thinking Rodrigo would be like 5-10K max. 8-10K? Okay. I think Rodrigo stays in the team. This card is so nuts. He's so fun to watch in real life. Him and his bromance with Vinicius is just really cool to see. So we'll stick with that. But just in case we miss anything, this is for the expensive team. Let's go have a look at the right wing players that we have in Argentina. So, dare I say, I understand that pace isn't a big deal, but Dima would be pretty interesting to get into this setup. I don't know how we'd fit him in, but I feel like Di Maria would be so good and is going to be so underlooked by so many people in the FIFA community because of the pace. I mean, he might end up being useless, right? But I feel like he deserves a shout. Other than Dima, there's not really that many Argentinians that I'm too hyped about at right mid, right wing. Have a look at left mid, left wing. Ocampos is a shout. Is Ocampos left-footed? He plays right wing too. Left wing? Damn. Maybe for like a poor man squad, I think he'd fit in pretty nicely. Pretty well-rounded card. A bit clunky. Okay, let's have a look at the Brazilians. Kind of not looking great for wide players here. It's either really expensive players or nobody, if you really think about it. I mean, Vinny's going to be like 400K. So, we can't look at him. Yeah, I mean, Gabriel Martinelli, but dude, having a wide player in a 100 to 200K squad that has 68 passing is just not good enough. I wonder how much a Jesus would be. I feel like Jesus out wide would be pretty good. It's just whether or not we can get him there. No, we can only get him to... Oh, it's a bit annoying. We just don't have... Okay, Jesus is in the conversation for sure. Don't get me wrong. He is in the conversation. Dybala for 25-30K. I don't think he'll be 25-30K. Again, man, you know the FIFA community, boys. You know the FIFA community, boys. FIFA community immediately are going to write him off because of the 76 sprint speed. I actually think I want to try Dybala out wide. His dribbling is pretty cracked already, minus the 79 composure. I actually think Dybala on a catalyst might be nuts. Dybala might get a one to watch. I don't know, though. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's only so many one to watches EA can release, right? I like Dybala. I know you guys like Dybala. My son's favorite player is Dybala, but like, is Dybala? I mean, Dybala's probably pretty popular, right? Look at that. 92 acceleration, 84 sprint speed. 3-star weak foot, bit problematic. Otherwise, I see no issues with this Dybala. I think that's viable. You may have an argument for Dybala being overpriced because he gets a one to watch. We'll have to see. Now, there was someone else that we were looking at too, right? I was thinking of Papu being... Oh, see, he plays as a left wing, huh? Bro, this is mad. Okay, but that's okay. Papu wide or central could work, really, right? I was thinking maybe Dybala wide left, Rodrigo wide right, Papu Gomez central. The pièce de résistance for the 100 to 200K squad, not even, probably like 100K squad max, is right here. And I mean, if we're talking about a 10 to 15K squad, you go with Romarinho, right? Outright striker, boys. Dybala central? No. Wide left. I need a left foot out wide. Just going to pack R9 on the web app. There you go. GG. Get that mid R9 day one. Imagine. There'll be some people in the community that pack that for sure. I don't doubt it. Let's just say off the bat, this is what I wanted my 4-2-3-1 team to look like. How would I get this to work though? I don't think there's a way to get this to work. See, that's the downside. So with this setup, if we want Dybala in the team, we're going to have one guy off chem. For all of you guys losing your mind saying the new chem system sucks and this is trash, it's just something we got to learn, boys. It's just a new system. And the benefit here is too, that there are some negatives. Like right now, it is a bit insane that there are some players off chem, but it's not the end of the world. Like we were saying, you need to focus on the fact that not every player needs to be full chem. That if someone's not going to have proper chem, it probably would be best to have Jesus be off of chem. I know a lot of you guys are like really, really against all of it, but Jesus is just going to be on his baseline chem, which means he's just going to have these stats in game. He looks incredible in game. There's no worries. Okay, you throw a finisher on him, you do this type of stuff and that type of stuff. He's not going to get any boost because he's on his baseline chem. That Dybala that I'm going to be using out wide is going to have his big +8, which is very important for Dybala to be functionable, usable out wide. So to me, I think this is probably the best way to set the squad up. Everybody's on chem. All the guys that are going to need certain boosts, like Rodrigo's going to need a Deadeye to really help out his shooting and passing. Papu Gomez is going to need... I would probably give him a Deadeye as well, but maybe a Maestro, right? Because he's going to be used central. Papu Gomez is going to be our creative cam. You look at this Martinez, he's going to be our holding DM. He's a great card, but we do need to get him on some level of boosts here to really make him proper good. 87 rated DM with a powerhouse? Oh my god. There it is. So I personally think in the DM role, it's better to have this guy on his full 3 chem so that you can give him a anchor, a powerhouse, and get him up to an 87 rated potential in this role. Similarly, DePaul, great card, but I really think he comes into his own as a box-to-box mid in that Hullet role with that engine. Look at this guy on an engine, man. Just so well balanced across the board. Amazing balance. I kind of wish he had a better weak foot, honestly, but that's probably the only complaint I have about this DePaul, and there's no real other options. Also kind of wish he had high work rates, but that's life. You could go with a Fred here, too. Yo, I'm so glad I've got new Nick 28T. I don't always pretend like I know everything. Someone mentioned 451 and that didn't cross my brain. That other guy that said do 424, everyone's on chem. I knew immediately he'd be incorrect. Oh my god, there you go. What a genius. Hey, who is that? If he's not subbed, we should give him a sub. Who was that? Oh, the chat's moved on. I don't know if that was a sub or not. If that guy's not subbed, someone write his name down and give him a sub after we're done this epi. Well, there we go. That is a hell of a squad. That is what I would consider a god tier 100k Brazilian Argentinian hybrid. I don't think you could do any better. Now, this is what the team looks like to get everyone on chem. Just to repeat myself here, we're gonna have Jesus at striker, now on full chem, which can I just treat myself here now that we have a genius in the Twitch chat with a finisher. 88 rated striker, God bless. So that's not bad. 85 rated, not ideal. He doesn't need more pace. He's fine with the pace he has. I wouldn't worry about giving him a boost. So you could give him a hunter if you're very concerned about pace. I just think finisher is the move, man. 98 finishing, man. On an 83 rated card with 87 acceleration, which is really what you need. There's our 98 striker, baby Jesus. So that's our striker. Papu Gomez is going to be our central cam. 88 rated cam. Bang. There it is. Oh my god, what a card. That card is nuts. His stamina and strength aren't great. Everything else, god tier. All right, so central cam is Gomez. Rodrigo, you'd be unoriginal if you want. I think it'd probably be good to give him a Deadeye 2. Gets him an 84 rating at right wing, right? 84 rated cam. He's in our 4-2-3-1. He'll be right cam, which plays like a right wing. What about a catalyst? Nah, I think it's going to have to be Deadeye, guys. I think it's going to have to be Deadeye. Wait. What about Artist? Nah, it's got to be Deadeye, right? Dybala, we already know, is going to get a catalyst. He'll be on 88 pace, wide left. Incredible. Rodrigo DePaul on an engine as our box-to-box mid. Renan Lodi will be our left back on an anchor. Martinez will be our holding DM on, what did we decide? A powerhouse. 88 rated DM with a powerhouse. And then the back line is all the same. That is insane. And as we showed you guys, if this is not a team that you want to drop 100 to 150k on, which I don't think... Did we do a price check on this? I don't think this will be expensive. I think the only issue here, there's going to be a twofold problem. First of all, Jesus might be a one to watch, which is then going to make this card, instead of the already expensive 30k that he would be, it's going to make this card dumb expensive. So we'd go with like a Richarlison in that case, and Richarlison might also get a one to watch. But nevertheless, he's swappable with Richarlison or a couple of other players. The only other issue I'll have is if this Dybala... Because that Dybala is going to take this team from 100k. Let's say there's Richarlison here for Jesus, if you guys don't agree with it. This Dybala one to watch is going to make him impossible to get. Martinez and Bremer can be OTW. Yeah, but you got to understand that OTW launches the 30th. We're going to get like a week and a half of FIFA 23 or a week and a bit of FIFA 23 with the web app and early access of these guys being in packs. So even if they get a one to watch, you can still get these guys for next to nothing. And in fact, there's a little trading tidbit, right? You might be able to get these guys while they're being overly packed. So you could almost set yourself up for success by getting this set up. And then once they're out of packs, then you sell them on. So something to think about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Brazil squad builder. I think this is in the 100 to 200K range easy. I actually think this is a hell of a lot closer to 100K. As long as we give some concessions to Jesus and Dybala. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. The 10 to 15K squads are so easy to put together as well. As we showed you guys through the squad builder, there's so many options, so many little gems. In terms of the Brazilians and Argentinians that are in the 75 to 78 rated. That Fernandez box to box is one of a few hundred, I would say, usable dirt cheap players. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you beauties on the flip side for, I think, another hybrid, maybe a Dutch-Belgian hybrid might be something we come out with, or maybe another lower league. Maybe we do like a CSL Turkish league squad and see what we can put together there, because I haven't even looked at the CSL and the Turkish league, or the Chinese and Turkish league. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.